Hey, I'm Chris, and this is my Unepic walkthrough. If you've been enjoying the series so far, you'll know that we're up to the Catacombs, and it has been a fair bit of time since I've done any content for this, or any content at all on my channel, so I can't really make up for that, and I don't actually plan to. This YouTube thing, if you can even call it a thing, is not that great, it's not that fun to actually do. When I first started out I was like, oh, this would be cool, people want to watch stuff, like watch me play games, but apparently you don't. I mean, I can be helpful during this walkthrough, which is why I did it in the first place, and a lot of you seem to like it. It's probably helped along by the fact that this isn't like a massively popular game. It is a good game, it's just not massively popular, which is a shame really, because the creator put a lot of hard work into it. So during this first starting sequence, I'm just going to be unlocking the gate, and then I'll be going straight to the Necronomicon, which is the quest that the spirit guide wants me to get. I'm pretty happy with that, and it's going to unlock the arcane magics, which is part of my magic tree. I planned out a full thing that I'm going to get. I don't know if I've already got the books or not, but I'm sure I'll find out next time I get into playing this game. And that's something I wanted to comment on actually. I was doing live commentary from part 1 to 18, and then on 19 and this one, which was pre-recorded at the same time, for 19 and 20 I've been doing after the fact commentary, which is what I'm doing right now. So it's alright, I don't mind doing it, but I felt that it was a lot more fluid and it's easier to like keep things in order. So as long as you were paying attention now, you'll have seen the pentagram on the wall, and there's a door right there. Just enter it like any normal door, and come across here to the left and you'll find the Necronomicon. Now, one of the commentators on my last part of the video said that he was having trouble finding this place. I didn't see why, because if you know where that door is, you can get in. And I explained that that's where the door was, but it's much easier to show people where things are, in my opinion. So you get 2 waves of these skeletons, not too difficult really, as long as you've been following the same sort of path, getting a decent amount of health, decent amount of armour. And after they're dead, that's it. I quite like the heat aura when you're dealing with lots and lots of skeletons, because it's just that extra bit of damage on all of them that can really help out. There we go, we have it. Now we'll be completing this area and getting the key from the boss, so you can expect that coming up in the near future. And one thing I've noticed is during this kind of thing, I just skipped ahead there by the way, during this kind of after the fact commentary, if that's even a proper sentence, I have trouble filling up the void and making sure I've got stuff to say all the way through it. And one problem I was having was that I don't know when I should stop talking, like during these little cutscenes, because when there's text on the screen I like to let you read it. So one solution I was coming up to, or one solution I came up with, was that I should probably like do some voiceovers. Whether you would be interested in that or not, you have to let me know, put it in the comments. Your feedback will be appreciated, because then you're not constantly listening to silence during these things. I want to let you read it, because it's quite hard to listen to someone talking about something and then read something separate, but if I'm reading what's on the screen, it's a lot easier for you to understand. There is quite a lot of story involved in this one, so I'll probably try and keep quiet once this really starts to kick off. Right, there's just one more quest in this area, and he's just on the right here, I think. Yes, the guy is missing his skull, so we're gonna go get that for him. So some of you may be concerned about where these videos are, and some of you may not even give a damn. I'm interested to know how many of you actually want Unepic videos, whether you'd want to watch me play new games, because from a personal standpoint, this channel's not doing that great, and it almost feels like a waste of time. I don't really have time to do any of this, which is why I've not done anything recently. So I want to wrap things up, I want to get this walkthrough done, and then I'll probably stop putting videos out. Now, after putting out a video for, what was it, Kingdoms of Amalur, I have like hours and hours of footage for that, but after doing that first part I got hardly any views, so there's no motivation to continue doing that because no one's going to watch it. And I understand there's some things I'm missing here, some things I should be doing to get it out to the public and make sure people know about it, but at the same time, like, it's not satisfying to me. So what I was thinking was I could do like a highlights reel. I could go through all the footage I've got and just create cool footage from it, and just put that up on my channel when I've got time. Cool, and we've got this guy's treasure. It's pretty effective actually. Gonna go ahead and loot all this stuff before I try it on though. So yeah, thanks for the feedback about this after the fact commentary. It really helped me decide what I was going to do. It was about the same. It just takes a bit more work after the fact. And then, like, I think I've said this before, but like when I'm playing the game I find it much easier to concentrate. But on the flip side it becomes harder to edit and commentate. So we're gonna quickly go through my inventory here. It's pretty easy to clear out stuff that I don't need. And then what I've been doing throughout this entire series, but not showing you, is buying of essences. I might have shown you on a couple of occasions, but it's pretty effective. Stock up on this, spend all my money. It's not like you need money for anything really, so I just make sure I've got a nice amount of arcane essence so I can cast arcane magics when I get the chance. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the moment where we go to the end of this area, so we're gonna go find the boss. I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna skip ahead here and we'll jump to the side. There you go. Right, so if you've got arcane protections, you may want to put them in your quick bar, because arcane immunity is pretty effective in this next bit. So here is an example of somewhere I could do voiceover, but unfortunately I recorded it live and the segments are way too short for me to do it. Here it goes then. Now if you had your arcane immunity you would have been immune to all of that, but they don't do much damage because of the way I built my character. Obviously not all of you will have played the same way I did, But something I discovered when I first played this was if you just get behind them, they don't see you, which is kind of dumb, but I'll take what I can get. You need to head over to the right here. If you're lucky, this guy won't be looking at you. Sometimes he will. Flip the lever. That opens up this magic platform. It's a bit of back and forth, but it's no problem really. Open up the gate on the right hand side of the map, and then run back over there. Right, off we go. Nothing interesting around here. This is all like one big cutscene. And that's the sort of humour I like, unlike the crude stuff that was around before. Okay, we'll finally get back into some combat. Ease our way over here slightly, little inch by inch, and then get shot by a fireball. For some reason they don't like to jump over here. I don't know why exactly, but I'll take full advantage of that. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to tell the difference between live commentary and the things I can say, and things I do say anyway. I think if I was doing a guide, it would be much easier to use the video footage to display what I'm trying to explain, or like help explain what I'm saying. But with a walkthrough like this, it's not really compatible. Just gonna have a quick poke down here. We'll be coming back to it in a minute anyway, so we may as well go up. And you'll be glad you did if you chose to go up, because there's the most awesome of useful pets in this area that you could ever imagine. Alright, so first things first, you want to jump all the way down. I don't think you can dodge that first fireball, but if you can, all props to you, man. I get through these skeletons as quickly as possible, and I'm trying to get in front of him, because then he'll stop moving, and I don't have to worry about him anymore. Pretty easy. If you stop to kill these guys on the top, then he'll probably get too far ahead of you for you to stop him. On my first try I did kill them all and I managed to catch him in time, but I can't guarantee it. Yeah, and this pet is, it can't be hit by melee attacks. In fact, I don't think it can be hit by anything except for arcane magic. So it's pretty useful during any boss that's weak to light, obviously, and I'm gonna have to wait to find out whether he can hurt other beings, but mostly the skeletons. If you're up against a lot of skeletons, then this is the pet for you, really. You may have noticed my inventory got split into two this time, and I had it split into four for a while, and then I realised that it was probably better to have it split into two. It took a bit of playing around. When I first discovered you could do that, then I had it into four and I quite liked that, but it does bunch things up into too small of a group. So as you can see, with my divine spell and my pet, we can get through these things really easily. They don't take any damage from melee attacks, so you really just stuck to doing either light magic or I think maybe other magics will work. And the reason I think that is because to get divine magic you need to complete that quest from the god of light, I think he is. And it's also possible to miss this pet, so you'll be completely screwed if you can't get through here without light magic. If you are, and you're having trouble, then I suggest just running straight through them and healing. But I can't imagine them not being hurt by other magic. As this area is pretty clear, and I'm just going to go down and open up the shortcut here. You may recognise this from earlier. The design of these shortcuts is pretty clever, I like them. There we go, that's all of the catacombs. And now we go face the boss. I considered going back to the save spot, but I don't really need to. This guy is not much of a threat to me. In fact, I'd say all the bosses are not too threatening as long as you've got a heal spell. which is why I say the guy from the library, what's his name? The big floating eye with the brains surrounding it. What's his name? There you go, as long as he stood still it should be pretty easy to hit him, and during this part you'll probably want to dodge these arcane bolts, and I don't think you've got time to really fire off anything, so just dodge these, wait for him to stand still, and as you can see your pet does most of the work for you during this fight. If you remember the fight with the dragon, if you had Cold Axe would actually help out a lot during that fight too. The difference is this pet can't get hurt by any attacks. There we go. Now you're pretty much going to get hit no matter what during that. But if you look at my health bar, it's not going to affect me much. This is going to be the winning shot here when he saddles up. Scythe to the face. Alright, so we have the key to the laboratory, and this is where we're going to be going next time. I can't promise you when that's going to be, but I do want to finish this walkthrough, so keep an eye out for it. Stay subscribed and see you later.